I've done this video 3 times, and 3 different pieces of information have come in about tonight after I finished the video. So this is the 3rd video I've done about today. Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday. Why is it so bright? It was better before. Oh, that's why. Yeah, it's not much better. So I wanted to talk about today. Let's just start off the start of the day, because I've done 3 videos. This is the 3rd different way I'm going to start the video. Talking about this morning. I got up this morning, jogged, punched the clock. Thought she jogged great. I jogged Drebin. Now Drebin did have a cut on his knee, not where he hit his knee or where he would hit his knee, but on the very front, at the top of his knee. And I don't really know where it came from. Did he bang it on the gate or something? I don't know where it would come from, to be honest. But it was there. It was present. And it got a little infected, and his knee blew up, and the vet, Dr. Bosenjack, put him on some low-grade antibiotics yesterday, and they were just icing it and stuff. I thought he jogged pretty good today. He definitely went out a little stiff on it, but then jogged out of it, and I was pretty happy with him. All in all, I just actually... the reason I made a 3rd video was because I just got off the phone with James, talking to him about Drebin. I said, the bugger almost feels like he'd go without hobbles now, which is so weird. So a lot going on with Drebin. He could race, and Dominic said they skip a week, which is perfect. We can, if we want, put him on Lasix after his Thursday race. And while he's on Lasix, we might even be able to school him without hobbles to see if we want to race him without hobbles. That also is a possibility. I just thought of that now. So that's good. Very happy with the way the morning went in that regard. Now, I decided I wasn't going to Georgian Downs tonight, and I unpacked it all for you guys yesterday. The reality of the situation was, if I went to Georgian Downs tonight, I would have to leave Georgian. I would have to leave Georgian at 10 o'clock and drive to Cleveland. That gets me there around 3 a.m. That means I could sleep for 2 hours, an hour and 40 minutes in my car like a bum at the airport. Shake the cobwebs out of my head, walk into the airport, and fly to Philadelphia, and then just, by the way, drive 5 steak Phillies, all of which are different kinds of tricky for all of us in Philadelphia. Then, and it's supposed to rain at the end of the card too, that'll be fun. And then go to the airplane, back on it, go back to Cleveland, and race 4 more horses at Northfield Park. 3 of them in stake races. It just didn't make any sense, and I was sitting beside Billy Davis talking about it, and I said, well, you're in Ontario on Tuesday, aren't you? He goes, yeah. I said, do you want to go to Georgian Downs and drive those 2? I said, Sintra, I'd rather you not race either of them on the front end, but they both have shots. He said, all right, yeah, okay. Now, I talked to him after the race, and I said, don't put Sintra on the front. I said, don't put Sintra on the front, but 28-2, 57-2, I'll take that. Great drive. He's just such a sweetheart. 27 flat in the end of it. What a nice horse he is. And I was very, very happy with the way he drove him. Now, I'm kind of starting in the middle of the card, so let me start at the start. White Tiger, yes, I said to James, don't worry, I had to pull over and answer emails and text messages. Some were very angry about you not moving White Tiger, and he said, well, Anthony's off 10 days coming off a win in 57, and you want me to come first in against Shadrach Hanover? And I know what he's thinking. James McDonald will get out, right? The seas will part. People will move out of the way. But he'll get through. Once in a while he doesn't. And yes, and he agreed. Had he come first over with White Tiger, he may have been second. I don't think he runs down Shadrach Hanover, but he may have been second. But maybe it wasn't pretty, and he just thought, I'll get through. And if you would have stopped the race, just stop the film. I showed anybody that video, and we stopped the film at the 3/4 pole. I don't think anybody would say he's never getting out of there. I think everybody would agree that he probably would have. 9 times out of 10, found a way through, and he would have been second, closing in on Shadrach rather than going the other way. So I can't really disagree with his tactical decision, knowing what I know and what you know about Mohawk, what we know about White Tiger, and what we know about James McDonald. I can't really disagree. I wish he had moved him, but that's in hindsight. So he's garnered a fifth with White Tiger. Not really what we were shooting for, but it happens. And I suspect also, knowing White Tiger, he'll come out like a bearcat next week because of the way James McDonald drove him tonight. Historically speaking, that's how it'll happen. That's how it'll play out. Now, the next 2 races came from Georgia. Part of my second and first video, I was a little angry, actually, towards a couple of our clients that sent me emails professing how disappointed they were in Oakwood Cowboy and how he seemingly is a different horse all of a sudden. Well, you're partially right. He is a different horse. So let me explain what went on with Oakwood Cowboy. When we bought Oakwood Cowboy, he was coming in looking really sharp, right? 4 wins. He just won in 52 at Northfield Park, all of them on the front end. Looked like a nice horse on paper. My thinking at the time was race him in the number as a 6, up a class. If he couldn't do in there, send him to New York, because he is a New York bred. Although he's from Ireland, he's by American Ideal. And there should be allowance races. We can race him at Saratoga. And if he was good enough, go to Plain Ridge. That was the plan with Oakwood Cowboy. But when we got him, we realized why he raced him on the front. It wasn't because he was just being a bully. Because the only way he knew how to race, for the most part, it looked like. He made noise. When you grabbed him hard in a race, raced him off the pace, he made noise. He shut his air off. Did it on Ronnie Wren, first night we raced him at the 8-hole. He did it his next start, the start after that. I said, okay, let's get him down to Mark and Melissa's place. Maybe they can swim him or tow him. Can't tow him. He's a lunatic on the track towing him. They didn't have an equicizer, and they had a large pond or lake type thing and a rig to swim horses set up, and they said he near destroyed the place. And he raced accordingly. Terrible. Aside from the 1 start he won. Now, after speaking to Jason, Ronnie Wren, Mark and Melissa Beckwith, it became evident that for us to race this horse, we would either have to be okay with him running the front end and bullying horses when he can, which is a bad choice, or find a way to race him in such a manner that we could go easy on him all week. What I meant by that is we could get him in an equicizer, we could get him in a pool, an actual pool, lots of paddock time. And there is one place where we have all those, outside of our barn, Ontario. Lots of paddocks just outside the back door, equicizer right beside the barn, and right beside that a pool. And I'm going to tell you something, Dominic Ledoux has done a absolutely tremendous job with this horse. Not only is he not roaring, but now he's allowing us to race him from off the pace. And what I would view as an accomplishment, some of my partners view as a detriment. They believe that he should race on the front end. We should get all that we can get with him, and that's that. And I'm here to tell all of our clients that believe that is absolutely never going to happen. Just so you know. I'm not going to run him into the ground. We didn't just buy him to win races now, but we would like to have a nice horse. A lightly raced 6-year-old isn't that much different than a 4-year-old. I want to see Oakwood Cowboy become a good horse. He win in 52 on a half-mile track. He's a very useful horse. And the fact that they're able to race him right now the way they are, I don't care about time. Stop with the fetish of time. Oh my God, he was so much. Who cares about how fast the horse was? It's about what he can do. And he's becoming a better horse now because of the way he's being managed. and it will pay dividends down the road. I don't know why anybody would just get involved with the stable for some sort of, we want to turn a fast buck. I've told everybody a million times it's a terrible place to invest. I can give you the number of Ron Burke, his email, his text him. Love to get involved with anybody. We are not going to run a run and gun stable. I think that Oakwood Cowboy can be a good horse for us down the road. I think he can become a nice horse for us. I was worried. I saw him throwing his head a little bit tonight. I said to Billy, hey man, great job with Sintra. What about the other guy? He said, he raced good. He said, yeah, he's a sweetheart. He said, touched his knee halfway down the lane and get out of gear. He said, but he just powered right through it and kept going. So he was making a noise. He goes, no, Dominic told me, he was roaring in Northfield, and I don't really know the horse. I didn't race him, but he never made a noise. He said, I thought he raced good. So did I. Good job. And that was the extent of the conversation. And I'm not begrudging anybody. I would love to just go out and win with him. But unfortunately, we have to play the hand we're dealt. I say it all the time. In different situations, with different horses. This is no different. We're going to play the hand we're dealt. In fact, we might even overplay the hand we're dealt. Because I think this could turn into be a nice horse. If he is allowing us, let me just set the scene for you. This is a giant animal that wears a 65-inch hobble and gets around a half-mile track. That's what he is. He's just a nice horse. And the fact that he isn't somehow just a runaway lunatic now, and we're able to actually rate him, manage him, and race him in a proper manner is a feather in our cap. That feather was placed there by Dominic Gladue, and he's done a great job with the horse. And I fully support everything he's doing with the horse. He will not be run down the road. He will not be paralyzed. He will not be put on the front and just let go all the time. And if anybody is out there looking for that, you're looking in the wrong place. It's not going to happen. I was proud of what I saw at Oakwood Cowboy tonight, and I can see a path forward, a much better path for us with this horse because of this newfound versatility that he's never had before. That's my take on Oakwood Cowboy. And the beautiful thing about the stable and everybody watching this is that if you don't agree, we can agree to disagree. Anybody at any time can sell their shares. That's the best part about the stable. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to be locked in. And I try to be as upfront as I can with everybody. We will stay the course and hold the line the same way we have with Oakwood Cowboy. Exactly what you saw tonight will be rinse and repeat for the next little while. And I think in the long run, it will play much better for us than the original plan of just continue to roll him. So that's my take on him. Now, actually, that was part of the reason I did another video. The last part was because I got to talk to James about Renegade Gypsy. I'll be honest. I originally thought that, we got to shake this guy up. I know he made a break tonight, but I couldn't really tell how much trot he had. I know James, he couldn't really move him. And then he got like a log jam coming out of the turn. It looked like he tried to start through the middle. And then that kind of got shut off, and he realized there was probably more room to the left. And he tried to force him to the left, and when he did, he made a break. Now, why did he make the break? And then, what's more important about this is what happened when he made the break. Now, he hit his foot. Cut his foot. It's not ligaments or tendons. He's fine. He'd be a little sore for a few days, but he jumped on his foot. Now, more times than not, in my experience, the horses will make a break and then jump on their foot when they're on the run, but there's no way to say if that's the case. And I asked James point blank, and he said the same thing. He likely hit it when he made a break, but I can't say for certain. Now, aside from all of that, my initial thought, because I already saw, I didn't know about the foot until after the first video, so I made a second video. I didn't know what James was about to tell me until after I made the second video, so I made a third video. In the second video, I thought it would probably make sense if we looked around to see if there's a better spot for Renegade Gypsy. Scioto, the Meadows. Plain Ridge has been a dry hole the last little while. They just haven't been able to get in. Not in the ones we want, not in the classes we want. So that's probably it. So it was really, is there more classes in the Meadows or Scioto for him? I guess Indiana was an option also. Probably a good option, actually. I never thought of that one until right now. I just thought that James was going to say, he was flat, and I kind of forced him left, and he run. He shouldn't have run. Nope. That's not what he said. He said he actually had lots of trot. If I get him through, he's second easy. He said, I just got jammed up, and I forced him to the left, and he made a break. And I said, did he hit his foot before or after? He goes, I don't know. I would suspect after. It was possible he hit it before. Maybe he hit it when I forced him left. As I said, historically speaking, when horses cut their foot like that and there's a break involved, it's usually after the break that they hit their foot, but there are cases where it is not. So regardless, the takeaway from Renegade Gypsy was he was trotting pretty good. No, I don't think he should have made a break, but he was trotting very good. And the most important thing for me, James said he had lots of trot. That's the first time I've heard that said about Renegade Gypsy since we brought him back. So I am happy. I will walk back my statements that you did not even hear about going to a different jurisdiction, although there are probably going to be voices in my head about that for the next little while. I do want to see if Renegade Gypsy has now turned the corner and is coming back around. The cut on his foot, yeah, he cut his foot, he ran over his foot a little bit. It's going to be sore for a couple of days, and then he'll be fine. Maybe a week. He's going to miss a week, probably. But I would like to see where this, yes, he had trot, leads. He's coming back. Are we going to see the Renegade Gypsy of 2022 re-emerge? I hope so. So that was my day. I get to jog two babies that I love. I can't wait to watch race on Thursday in Drebin and punch the clock. I get to watch my boy play baseball in an incredibly exciting game. And I got to see him get his first inside the park home run, which was really exciting for him. And maybe even more exciting for me. I got to watch his team win, and I got to watch the horse. I got to see Sintra come back alive. What's more gratifying than watching a classy old horse manhandle a group of horses? Very little. Such a nice horse, and just really, really, really happy to see him win tonight, Georgian. Great drive by Billy Davis on both of the horses. I was very happy with Oakwood Cowboy, even if not all my partners agreed. White Tiger looks like he's ready to pounce. Just got to move him. So next week with him. And then Renegade Gypsy, as I said, disappointed with the break. Obviously concerned when he jumped on his foot. Just a flesh wound. But the entire takeaway from the entire start was he felt like he had lots of trot. It's a big deal. So with that, now my third video is complete, and it is my last video of the evening. Excited about tomorrow. I do get to watch them, but I get to race Royal Emerald's Flash Fly Insider Trading. Yes, little pull the shoes and affection. A little concerned, obviously. There's no slam dunks in there. Royal Emeralds is coming off a couple of flat miles. I'd like to see her come back around. Pull the shoes coming off a break, regardless if it was because of a bell boot or not, still coming off a break. I want to see her come back around. Flash Fly. Of the five of them, who would have thought that Flash Fly was the most stable at this point? She's got a good shot. Still has to behave. Insider Trading, who knows what will happen. I'm left worried that maybe we shoved her into the sire stakes a hair too early. I don't know. We're going to find out tomorrow. And Affection again, who was one of our best fillies, training down all year, sputtered in her first start, hit her jack, trying to get her back going on the straight and narrow. And then if I can avoid the rain, it's supposed to rain towards the end of the card. I hope so much it doesn't. Get in an Uber, go back to the airport, fly back into Cleveland, get in this car, drive to Northfield Park and race a horse that I feel terrible about my drive last time in B. Lisa. I'd like to atone for that tomorrow with her. I get to watch Alibaba race at Grand River, first lifetime start. Good luck to Mario and the crew with her. And then also Purple People Eater in Sedona Hill in a little softer tomorrow. It should be good. And then Venice Blue Chip. She's in with a tough one. She's in with that killer of Brian Brown's. But that's why we race. So a decent day today. You know, I was so happy. I literally could drive this car for another 7 hours. I was so happy with Ollie tonight. So, walking on a cloud right now. I'll be at the house we rent here in about half an hour. Get some sleep, get up, go to the airport, race tomorrow. And I will bring you at least one, if not two videos tomorrow, one way or another, about how things went in Philadelphia and then in Cleveland. So with that, good luck to everybody tomorrow and the rest of the week. I hope you had a wonderful day. It was not better than my day, unless you won the Powerball, in which case, Lexington sales in October. Have a great day, everybody.